Sim gives you the most SO. I played one game of Sim and came out with yeah. So Sim is propaganda. Okay, simulator battles and War Thunder, it's genuinely propaganda. The things that people don't tell you about Sim is that every time you want to spawn, you actually have to pay. You actually have to pay like 20K or like 15 to 20K to spawn your plane in, and then it's not going to be the easiest process to get used to. So you're going to lose way more money than you'll gain. And playing Sim long term with tech tree vehicles when you don't have a premium account, or even if you do have a premium account, you're just not going to make that much SL. Now, if you're playing Sim with a premium account and a premium plane, you will make a fuck ton of SL because that's just how that works. But genuinely, Sim is more so like a RP thing. I've never gone into. I've had amazing games in Sim. All right, I've had very fucking games in Simulator, and I came out with really more RP than SL. Like, let's be real. Let's be real as fuck. You could die like 5 times in Sim and maybe have like 12 kills or whatever, and you'll be up like 90K at most. And Sim takes so long. True, and Sim takes long as fuck. I would much rather play an hour of Aerolistic than an hour of Sim, because the thing about Aerolistic is you are practically guaranteed a fucking kill at some point. In Simulator, you're just guessing. You're actually just guessing, and I'll just go play DCS if I want to LARP that hard. Like, yeah, there are some times where Sim is really fun when you actually beat the game, but I would not recommend playing Sim to like fully progress through the game. It's just not optimal. It's not optimal at all. Now, if that's the kind of gamer you are and you want to be locked in first person and like, you know, confined to this small space and reading your fucking radar and shit like that, that's solely up to you. But Sim is more of like a late game luxury. It's like when you get old and retire and start golfing. That's what Sim is. That's exactly what Sim is in this game. It's like 10K max to spawn, less for props. You can make good SO with tech tree. Need to maintain about 3 to 1 kill ratio. Yeah, but most people aren't doing that. The average War Thunder player isn't doing that. The average War Thunder player is taking off and maybe shooting at someone they think is an enemy, and then seeing that it's like they seen the fucking blue username or whatever and be like, oh, that's a teammate. They're not doing that. Now, if you like know what you're doing and you're super experienced, sure, you could get away with doing it, but even then, it's so much work. Just play realistic. I only play Sim then. I mean, it definitely would, yeah. Anyone who only plays Sim and they've only played Sim since they got into the game, they don't really play realistic, truly mind-boggling. Go play DCS. Go play a game where you can actually have some like fun and learn shit. Because playing Sim and War Thunder, it just feels like, it genuinely just feels like you just have a leash on. Flying to America is too expensive. I wouldn't know. Sim is a lot different from how premium top tier BVR spammers. Yeah, but you get more out of being a BVR spammer and realistic than you do out of Sim. For example, you could play a 13-minute game of Aerolistic and get 20,000 RP. You're in fucking Sim for 13 minutes, you're still in the game. You're in Sim for 20 minutes, you're still in the game. You're in Sim for 30 minutes, you're still in the game. You're in Sim for 45 minutes, you're still in the game. You don't get your awards to the end of that shit until it completely finishes. And that's if you don't get bored. That's genuinely if you don't get bored and want to do something different. And then you have to wait until that fucking game ends to get your RP. And sometimes you probably feel like, yeah, I'm doing really good in Sim right now. I'm probably going to get a lot out of this. And then you just hardly get shit. They're just like, wow, I just sat here and waited an hour and a half for this Sim game to be over just so I could see that I got like 20K RP. When in reality, I could have just been playing Aerolistic games and gotten 20K RP from like a game or two, maybe even 3. Not optimal. Yes, there are the people who are actually really good at Sim. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the motherfuckers who genuinely suck and they're like the average War Thunder player. And it's okay to be ass at this game. You're not supposed to be like the fucking GOAT. You're not supposed to be LeBron or anything. But there are people who are genuinely just better, like some of you motherfuckers that are saying, "Oh, I only play Sim. I'm Mr. Big Dick in Sim." No one's talking about you. We're talking about the average War Thunder player. We know you're good. Shit, I trust your word. I genuinely do. I trust your fucking word. But average War Thunder dude, fuck no. Average War Thunder player can't even fly in fucking realistic. Why would they go play Sim? What the hell? That's some bullshit. That's why I said Sim is propaganda. Sim is dead ass propaganda, bro. It's Sim is genuinely, I'm telling you, only Sim players will tell you to go play Sim. You know why? So they can fucking farm you. So they can farm your useless ass. Hella propaganda. Fuck that bullshit. Can you fuck off, F4S? I'm trying to go. Actually, I'm gonna kill this guy. Where's my Python? Python on the wall. I'm gonna. And oh, he's dead. Watch this shit. Yeah, I'm a lot slower than you. I'm way fucking slower than you. You're gonna fly in front of my gun and you're gonna die. Yep, that sucks. Poor dude. Very poor guy. Very poor guy. Sim is much rewarding though. See, there you go with that propaganda.